Hey guys, hope you guys are having a great Labor Day weekend. Um, Over this weekend, I've been reading The Psychology of Money. It's a great book. A lot of the lessons learned have really resonated with me. It's The Psychology of Money: Timeless Lessons on Wealth, Greed, and Happiness by Morgan Housel. Just great book. It gets you to think differently about money, gets you to understand your own psychology of money, how you might, um, go about thinking about money, investing, and wealth, greed, and happiness. So great book. But I wanted to point out something which I thought was super interesting because we just released our second video on the changing world order, why nations succeed and fail by Ray Dalio. So Ray Dalio essentially predicts that we are in sort of approaching the decline stage of our debt cycle, the US debt cycle. And so we might be in for a rude awakening in some ways in regards to his predictions. Great book. Please like, subscribe, and watch our videos. And if you have any comments, please leave them. We will respond. So with that, just wanted to point out something interesting in the psychology of money. So towards the end, Morgan talks about the end of World War II, and essentially gets into the forecast of where people thought America was going to go into the future. So at the end of the war, there was economic uncertainty because 16 million Americans, about 11% of the population, served in the war. Um, and then with that, the average age of the people fighting was 23 years old. So with all this influx of people coming back into the workforce, no war machine needed, quote unquote. Um, Economists at the time didn't know how they were going to employ people and put them to work. With that said, economists at the time thought we might be in some sort of recession, and this is a synopsis from the Council of Economic Advisors, who delivered a report to President Truman in 1946, warning of a full-scale depression sometime in the next 1 to 4 years. They wrote in a separate 1947 memo summarizing the meeting with Truman, "We might be in some sort of recession period where where we should have to be very sure of our ground as to whether recessionary forces might be in danger of getting out of hand. There's a substantial prospect which should not be overlooked that a further decline may increase the danger of a downward spiral into depression conditions." So that clearly did not happen right after World War II. We went into an economic boom, and so just food for thought. Just because smart people make predictions about the future, doom and gloom, it's not necessarily what will happen, and the future is unknown. So just wanted to point that out. Thought it was really interesting. We will cover this book in the future. So thank you. Tune in.